And I want to welcome you to, I believe this is class number 29 of our Millionaire Mentorship series. Have a lot of technical stuff we're doing this morning. But class number 29 of our Millionaire Mentorship series, and really wanted to put some time and effort into this class because last week we talked about, dream makers, breakers, and dream stealers. We call them the dream snatchers. And I think as we start this new year, most of us have some incredible goals that we want to accomplish. And one of the things that will really determine if we accomplish our goals and how we will accomplish our goals is our ability to focus on that which we are seeking. Now, a lot of this is based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, which of course is available on Amazon or at www.12, the number 12, uls.com. And the law of focus is really where the rubber hits the road. In other words, whatever you focus on grows. If you focus your attention on that which you're seeking to accomplish, then you give it your energy, you give it your power of attention, you give it your psychic energy. And the more focused you are, right, the more successful you will become. Okay. Now, to be focused really means to exert self-control so that no one and nothing can deter or distract you from your goals and your vision. Your power of focus, you have this ability to focus your thoughts. In other words, wherever you place your focus, your thoughts, your emotions, even events and activities will follow. We say what you focus on grows. And this is you might say, a corollary or an extension of the law of thought. The law of thought says, a man shall have whatsoever he thinketh in his heart. In other words, the combination of the rational aspect of the thought and the emotional aspect of the thought. So sometimes people will state a thought. For example, I want to become wealthy. Okay, but in their feeling nature, it's, I don't feel I'm worthy of being wealthy. And it's the same with focus. If you don't have your emotional nature, your desires, that emotional aspect of you, and the rational aspect in your mind focused and in harmony with each other, then what grows is discord and failure. But when they are in harmony with each other, what grows is success. Okay? Race car drivers are taught to focus on where they want the car to go. If you often notice that many times with one-car accidents, I remember as a young man, I had an accident. We ran off the road and hit a tree. And that was the only tree in the yard. And I said, now, of all the places we could go, but as I remember, we were looking at that tree. So whatever you focus on, you tend to go in that direction. So guys who drive race cars are taught to focus on the highway. Don't focus on the wall. So when the car goes into a spin, you focus on the highway, on the center of the road. And it's something about that mind-body alignment that is how you really keep your car from smashing into the wall. So you want to really focus on where you want to go, the direction that you want to go in. Applying the law of thought to focus, what you recognize, what you focus on, you energize in your emotional nature. And what you energize in your emotions, you realize in your life experience. So if you focus on a problem rather than a solution to the problem, you will never solve the problem. But if you focus on the solution, it will be solved. In our industry, for example, in any type of sales or marketing industry, what you focus on. Very often, new people, when they talk to a prospect, if they have an objection inside, for example, if inside they really feel that whatever the program is, it costs too much. If inside they really feel that they can't do it. Very often when people begin to go for it, make the changes in their lives, to do, be, and have that which they're seeking, there are two questions that have to be answered. One, does the program work? Whatever it is, whatever company it is, whatever project it is, whatever job it is, does the program work? And then number two, can I do it? And so can you do it is really determined by what you focus on. So if you focus on success, very often when I train salespeople, I say have a mindset that everybody you talk to wants to buy whatever you're selling, that everybody that you talk to wants to join you in your particular business. Right? And so if you have that mindset, if that is your, you might say, your anticipation, if that is where you put your focus, then as you talk to, as you meet, as you interact with people, okay, then you will begin to get the desired result. You know, the focusing also works through the subconscious mind. Uh, people feel your subconscious mind. They hear your words, but they feel the energy in your subconscious mind. So when you are focused, when you are approaching a person, for example, even in a relationship, and you have that mindset of possibility, of can do, that it will be done, then that which you focus on grows, your energy goes into it, and it's almost as though you change events, you change people. Very often people buy the you might say the level or the extent of your focusedness, we'll use that as a word. When people see that you really believe in what you're doing because you're totally focused on the results of that which you're doing, they'll join you. You actually become magnetic and harmonic and pull them into your space. To be focused requires faith in yourself and in your abilities. Let me say that again. To be focused requires faith in yourself and in your abilities. And that, my friends, that is where the rubber hits the road. It all goes back to how you feel about yourself. If you feel competent, if you feel that you know, then you can be focused and get desired results. If you have no faith in yourself, you cannot be focused. And so your ability to get results, your ability to focus, it's always an inside job. When people permit themselves to be distracted, it's because they really don't believe in that which they're seeking, and it's almost subconsciously that they're looking for an excuse to fail. And so distractions can easily pull them off. Discouragement. When you don't get the results that you're seeking in the time in which you're seeking it, you can become discouraged. And really, discouragement is lack of belief in yourself and in your abilities. You know, there's a nice story, I think I mentioned it before, that Bill Britt, one of the greats in the field of network marketing, was being interviewed, and someone said, although many people had failed in Amway, he got involved in Amway in 1969, and it worked for him. And even this moment, Bill, when he died, his wife or his estate is still about the fifth top earner in network marketing last year, I think making about $6 million. And he said, what is the secret to my success? He said, well, number one, I shared the plan with 1,200 people. Okay? Of those 1,200, 900 people said no. And so when you're focused, you really have to be focused on the outcome you're seeking, because when people tell you no, when you don't get the outcome you're seeking, and you might say in real time, you have to be focused on the long term, on the destiny time, on your goal time, on your vision time, so that you don't give up. So 900 people said no. Suppose it was the first 900, okay, then he would have to be focused on that which he was seeking. He said, Of the 1,200, 900 said no, and 300 said yes. And so he was focused then on those 300. Sometimes we focus on the negative rather than the positive. We'll become more focused on the people who won't do, who won't come into whatever business you're in, who won't join you in whatever endeavor you're in, and let that discourage you and make you quit. You focus on those who will. You focus on those who have a dream and who want to go for it. It said you don't pull people up. You help people up who are trying to get up on their own. And so when you're focused, then a person who is trying to move on to do, be, and have more can align with you and help it happen. If you're confronted with a problem of lack of money, uh, focusing on the problem, in other words, focusing on lack of money, you will always be broke. But if you look at, just say, your financial condition is just a temporary situation, and you focus on the wealth or the success or the accomplishments that you're seeking, then in short order, they will be coming into your life experience. If you change your perspective and focus on the solution, I don't like to use the word problems always. We often say one of the signals of a poor self-image is that people run away from their problems. I like to say they run away from the challenges. And so rather than a problem, look at it as a challenge. So therefore, if you focus on a problem, you will never solve it. But if you focus on the solution, on the challenge, you will solve it. And so whenever you're confronted with situations, then just call them that. Man, this is a challenge. And the implied thought is that this is a challenge where I can rise to the occasion and accomplish that which I'm seeking. So when you focus on the solution, new and better ways appear. If you're seeking more money, new and better ways appear to bring money into your hands, into your bank account. When you have faith in your ability to generate income, when you have faith in your ability to train. For example, most of us are in the network marketing industry. And in our industry, the key to success is duplication. The key to duplication is training. And the key to training is belief in your system, belief in yourself. So when you're training people, if you are not focused on the objective of the training through believing in yourself and believing in the system, people will know it. And so focus always lies on the foundation of faith and belief in yourself and in your abilities and in a greater power, by whatever name. You have to see a bigger picture, because as you begin to move towards the things that you're seeking, you become magnetic and the universe aligns itself with your goals. So how do we overcome lack of focus? Well, number one, realize that you can only focus on one thing at a time. Focus is like a laser beam rather than a light bulb. The same sun that lights the streets where you're standing, if you focus those rays through a magnifying glass, can become strong enough to burn paper or burn wood. So when you focus your energies, you literally put your energy and give it laser focus, and it then creates more energy to bring about the desired results. Focus can cut through the darkness and illuminate one thought, one emotion, one activity at a time. When you watch the great ones, the people who accomplish outrageous things, who achieve massive success, they do it one step at a time. They'll focus on one thing until it is done. If you're building your business, in the beginning, you have to focus on mastering the skills. Anything that you don't master, you can't do. Those of you who ride a bicycle, if there came a time that when you fell down that fifth time, you did not get back on that bicycle, you'll never be able to ride a bicycle. You had to get back up that sixth time, that seventh time, until you were able to do it. And similarly, in business, as you build your business, as you build your relationships, you have to get up and continue to work at it until you master it. So realize that you can only focus on one thing at a time. Number two, To be in good health, physically fit and full of energy. Health challenges can demand your immediate attention and therefore undermine your abilities to get desired results at that time. So when you're not physically fit and full of energy, the lack of stamina and the feelings of tiredness will consume your mind. I mean, I'm sure most of us have experienced times where we just feel so tired, so drained that we just can't go on. Okay? Your primary thoughts will be focused on resting and sleeping. It is said, he who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. And so to be focused, to be successful, we have to take care of our health. We say lifestyle is a combination of health, wealth, and time. And so without health, you will not be successful. Number 3, have clearly defined goals which complement your vision and your purpose. You know, in most industries, we ask a person, what is your why? Why are you doing this business? What is the thing that's driving you to learn and master these concepts? What is the thing that makes you say, I cannot fail? I'm only success. Then that which makes you get up and makes you go another round is your goals. And your goals must be aligned with your vision and your purpose. Without clearly defined goals, there's no direction or thought on which to focus your attention. You see, goals give a direction for you to focus on. There's no flowers to plant in the garden that is your life, and thus the weeds, uncontrolled emotions, and instincts will grow. If you have no goals, then you have no flowers to plant. Goals are like the flowers that you plant into your existence. And as you work on your goals, it's like nurturing those flowers, and eventually those flowers bloom in the realization and attainment of your goals. But if you have no goals, there's nothing to plant. And you don't have to plant weeds. The weeds, the negative aspects of life will consume you. Number 4, have faith in yourself and in your ability. Faith gives power to focus. I'll say that again. Faith gives power to focus. When you focus on ideas and thoughts, they become the substance of things hoped for. You know, it says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So when you focus your ideas, your thoughts, your desires, your vision, your goals, when you focus on them, then they become the substance of the things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Whatever you conceive, you focus on, and believe, you have faith that you can accomplish it, you will achieve and get the desired results in your life. I'll say it again. Whatever you conceive, you focus on, and you believe, have faith in your ability, you will achieve and get desired results. Number 5, the 5th key to building your focus and maintaining your focus is to realize that all distractions are equal and equally counterproductive. The greater the distraction, the worse it is. You know, distractions and discouragement are the greatest enemies of success. I'm going to give you a key. The 3 enemies of success are distractions, discouragement, and procrastination. Keep your eye on the prize. Your goals, your vision, your purpose, anything, any thought, any person, any emotion that is not supportive or congruent with your goals, with your vision and your purpose is a distraction. You remember I said success or lifestyle is health plus wealth plus time. You can improve your health. You can improve your wealth. But time is the same for all of us. And so one of the keys to focus is to master the use of your time, the management of your time, so that every moment you ask yourself the time question, what is the best use of my time right now? And when I consider my goals, my vision, my purpose, and to act accordingly. That will help you eliminate many of the distractions. And then finally, the 6th key. to controlling and overcoming the lack of focus. The sixth key to helping you develop a strong sense of focus is to control your body, your instincts, and your emotions. Your instincts and your emotions are driven by your lower, your animal nature. You know, the second stage of life is that in which we learn the things that feel good, the drugs and alcohol and sex and, you know, just things that titillate your senses. Well, to maintain your focus, you must control your body, your instincts, and your emotions. When I was a young attorney practicing law, it always seemed that whenever there was a big case that I was working on, something would come up, some experience, some friends would stop by, a date would pop up, someone would call who wanted me to go and spend some quality time with them. And I had to say no. I didn't initially, but whatever decisions you make when you're considering your focus and your goals that take you away from that is a bad thing, and you'll suffer accordingly. Your instincts and your emotions are driven by your lower animal nature. You must take possession of your mind in such strength or degree that your emotions, your instincts, and your body are under your control. There is a part of us, when we focus on our goals and our desires, there is a part of us that seeks to undermine where we're going and seeks to distract us. And what we'll find is that to maintain focus, to get the results that we're seeking, that we have to be able to neutralize that negative part of us. You know, there was a story, George Burns, and it said that a young man said, well, it said, ask George Burns was God, and he said, if you're God, then why do you create sickness or bad health or negative things? And George said, you know, even though I'm God, there's one thing I could never figure out. How can I create an up without a down? In other words, the universe is harmonic. There's always a negative, there's always a positive. And life, the yin-yang principle, is really bringing the negative and the positive under control. And they're necessary because they create some of the tension that help us make right decisions. But some of the tools of the saboteur, the things that will undermine your lack of your focus, are distractions, discouragement, distrust, doubt, indecision, procrastination, apathy, arrogance, isolation, and low self-esteem. And so to maintain focus, you must be able to neutralize these negative, we'll call them negative emotions, negative concepts, negative constructs. And you must neutralize them by constantly focusing your attention, your actions, and your feelings on your goals, your vision, and your purpose. To focus your attention, your actions, and your feeling requires self-discipline and self-control. And when you can execute that, then you can maintain focus to such strength and degree that you become magnetic, that you establish a harmonic relationship between yourself and that which you're seeking. And we call it the law of attraction. Once people feel the degree of your focus, how badly you want it, your focus is directly tied in with your deep desire. Once they feel the focus, the extent of your focus and the power of your deep desire, they become attracted to you, and they'll assist you and help you to realize your goal, achieve your vision, and become one with your purpose. And so it is the power of focus. Whatever you focus on grows. Don't focus on anything that you want to grow. Focus on the possibility. Focus on the positive. Focus on the results that you're seeking, and it will get done. And so it is.